Yo, 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 what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the live stream. Can you guys hear me? What is up? What is up? Can you guys type yes in the chat and say if my mic is good? Type Y or yes or whatever you want, man. And please don't spam the chat or you're gonna be banned. What up, G's? My homie G Skillets. What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What is going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Yo, 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 yo. Let's get a little bit more viewers in here. Let's get at least 100. Someone let me know if we hit 100 viewers. So, is there anyone here that has been following me for, let's say, 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4? Who's the longest person that has been following X-Force Global? And you guys check on a daily basis. Is there anyone? How often do you guys check on my X or YouTube or whatever? Do you guys check in daily? Nice, 2021. That's a long time. Sweet, sweet. That's awesome. Great, great. Nice. Rip Shizzle. Thank you very much. 2021. Wow. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's good. We got a lot of people following. It's awesome. Get started really quick. We'll do a top-down analysis. We'll go over all the scenarios, bullish, bearish, what I think is going to be the reigning supreme WWE champion star scenario. What up, Ralph Hakim? Oh, yeah. Let me erase that. Thank you very much. There you go. Nice. Supra, welcome. 3 weeks. So just fresh out of the boat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the absolutely late live stream for me. Hopefully it's a early evening or a nice morning for you. Grab your dinner, grab your hot coffee, whatever you jam with in the morning. Yeah, Francesco Cinello. I will bring some live stocks. I am sort of trying to like hype up the interest for stocks. I mean, you guys, for those that have been following me since 2021, you guys know my, stock picks, right? We chose the best stocks since 2013. And just not enough interest. The followers, the audience, I got to go with the audience. Everyone's still wanting crypto. Degenerates, man. Once we get a good balance, maybe, then we can probably do stocks. But for now, it's reserved for the Discord members. Welcome, Germany. Okay, let's get started now. Now, without any further ado, let's talk about Bitcoin's counts. Let's just do a quick top-down analysis, but just a little bit of housework here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining the X-Force Global live stream. I appreciate it. I hope you are having a fantastic week, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. Now, just a very quick friendly reminder to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because your support does mean everything to me. I sincerely appreciate it. We're now reaching 13,000 subscribers, something that I never imagined. This was just more of a side hobby. Now we're on a roll. And just due to that interest alone, I do my best to update these videos on a weekly basis as much as I can. So thank you very much. If you're not following me on X, please do give me a follow there as well. We have a lot more daily updates on there. So if you're interested in joining that, please do so at X-Force Global. And also, if you are interested in joining the X-Force Global Discord membership, we do offer a membership. Thank you very much. We have the links in the description below if you are interested in joining. We do offer a Patreon membership for those who would like to get a taste of what I offer and get a little bit more insight from my brain. So whatever I do share publicly, it is mostly the same narrative, but it's just more of the timely updates that you might find interesting in the Discord and also on Patreon. So there's a service for everyone. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your support. Now we're going to get on to the top-down analysis, start with a more macro approach, see where we are. Do we have the right timing being built up for any kind of corrective structure? Do we have a wave 2 possibly in? All of those are in the cards right now. There is a possible bearish scenario, but the Elliott wave theory does a fantastic job on giving us some clarity on what could be happening. But the talent is going to be coming in on how we can be narrowing down these scenarios as best as we can. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Thank you very much. So right now, what we have here on the first scenario is a possible extended wave 5. We're looking for a primary degree of the highest degree here for a wave 5. Now, we've already adjusted the higher degree wave 1 here, as you can see, we originally anticipated this being not even an extension. We really just wanted some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then working for a fifth wave that will bring us to these levels over here around 150, 170,000. But it is difficult right now to, say that we're still working in some kind of larger degree wave 4 and then a 5. We want to be pertaining to making sure that we keep the right look as best as we can. So it does reduce the probability that we may be in a larger extended wave 5. Now, does that mean it's out of the books? No, not at all. It's absolutely a possible scenario because we can sit here all day, adjust the wave counts as many times as we want. But that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, we have to come back down to earth and really, we have to take this into consideration that a bearish perspective is also in the cards. Now, of course, we do have a short-term bearish perspective, which is the highest probability right now. But when it comes to the overall macro that we may be looking for an extended wave 5, it's still too early to call for, but we're here to talk about what may be in the cards. So this is the first scenario. We do have a possible 5-wave completion here, and this may be putting us into that wave 1 of the intermediate degree, and we just may be working in the beginning works of an extension. Now, what is the concrete evidence? From an Elliott wave theory perspective, what can we pull out of this? Well, first of all, we do have a good look for the waves 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, both are relatively respecting each other in terms of the higher degree time, both in alternation and also in size. We also do have a very clean 5-wave move going into a possible wave 1. And the biggest thing with the assumption on this extension is based on commodity markets. The commodity markets are really well known for extending their rallies on the fifth waves of a higher degree. So usually, instead of being fooled that this wave 3 is the extension in itself, we have the possibility that the wave 5 could be extended in commodity markets. And Bitcoin is a commodity, so there is a lot more price sensitivity in terms of price to bring price up and bring price down. So in this case, if we're looking for an extended wave 5, we're going to be looking for a very profitable wave 5 to the upside. So this is at best a pipe dream for now. We don't have all of the necessary information. We're still just working day by day. We've been working in this range over here, and then we've been talking about how this whole range could be working. And then as you can see, this, and then we got this, and then we have this, right? So it's just vectoring out of here and working for the larger degrees and seeing how it all puzzles in to the larger time frames. So this is the first scenario, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Now, I believe that this right now in real-time analysis is the likely case, as I do still believe that we're working in some kind of corrective range here. Now, when we're taking priorities into consideration here, I do believe that altcoins, for that matter, have a better chance or possible thriving condition for how altcoins may be reacting within a sideways structure. And I'll go over my reasons on that as well. Well, let's just go over that right now since we're on the first scenario. And the reason why I say that is because if we go back to the 2018 bull market and bear market transition, most of the altcoins that did their extended rally was not in the fifth wave of this Bitcoin. But even in a bear market, a wave 1, 2, or a wave AB or a wave WX or some sort that we may be considering right now, is that most of the extended rally happened in this region over here. So if we take the comparison of even XRP, for example, right, which is the best, the best comparison, where we take the log scale, as you can see here, the extended rally, as you can see, as Bitcoin topped, the bottom is Bitcoin or XRP, as you can see. The extended rally happened here, as you can see, during that bear market transition. So this is one of those possible considerations if we're taking fractals into consideration. A lot of people are also psychologically comparing the current cycle where, XRP already went on a run, that we may be in that dino cycle phase, right? Where we're going to see an extended rally for certain selective altcoins. And XRP is very high on the list, ladies and gentlemen. We did a fantastic job of choosing the right coins. But most likely we'll see XRP running possibly within this X wave. And just self-fulfilling prophecy, I don't know. We have the SEC case just completely dropped right now at a time where we're seeing the worst sentiment, right? So you never know what happens in the market, ladies and gentlemen. Is this all kind of fitting into together? Is it some kind of conspiracy? We don't necessarily know. However, it is fitting into the or tying into the theory that we've been talking about for the past few weeks, where altcoins should be thriving in the wave X, even if we're in an extended bear market rally, which is this scenario here. We're still looking for a B wave rally to the upside if we're seeing some kind of diagonal being played in here, right? So that would be the ultimate way of seeing some kind of rally happening, either a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a wave A, B, C of some sort, to be determined, since they are all hybrid waves. It's not really our interest to talk about how it's going to be playing out for the time being, but we do have enough information to talk about what could happen on the larger scale for what could be an extended wave 5. I think that's the first assumption that I would like to make, as markets are still relatively bullish. We're still on the cautious side of things. I think a lot of people are on the sidelines right now as we speak, but we are seeing a little bit investor confidence coming back into the markets. We saw Ethereum doing another 6 to 7% rally today. We saw XRP, phenomenal news today, so we don't have to worry about it. By the way, shout out to all the haters. Congratulations for not getting into XRP. It is your fault. And that's the markets, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you hate a coin or whether you love a coin, I don't love XRP. I'm just telling you, I just play by the charts. And it's going to happen to even the lovers. I'm going to say rest in peace to not just the haters, but also the people who think that XRP is going to go up forever. It's not going to go up forever. And when I sell, that's when I'm going to take the opportunity with the liquidity available, sell my positions. I'm already out 50% of my positions. I'm still holding a massive, massive amount of XRP. I believe, I don't know if you guys are new to the my channel, but I've been accumulating XRP for, how long has it been, ladies and gentlemen? 1,500 days, 2,000 plus days, I think, of XRP every single day. There hasn't been a single day where I've not accumulated XRP. But yeah, there was a post that I did a long time ago where I talked about accumulating XRP. I don't know if you guys know, but I've been accumulating every single day, and there hasn't been a single day that I've not accumulated. Well, I'll find that post later. But anyways, yeah, I've been accumulating that forever. I sold at $2.70, which is essentially the previous top. We breached back above the top, and I'm still holding 50% of my position. So we're in a good spot, ladies and gentlemen, very good spot. We'll go over XRP in this video as well. So yeah, that's where we might see the altcoins thrive here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. And if this still plays out, XRP could go for that, possible flat idea and then go for that push down, and that wave Y might match the timing of that. And then we might see the absolute real rally happening on that wave 3, 4, 5. Again, pipe dream. We're being very cautious here. We got to take it with the cautious approach. So this is the first scenario, okay? And if you guys are interested in getting some questions in, I am taking a few requests. So make sure to have your question very well written, substance. I want to see substance in the questions. I don't like just seeing, oh, can you chart this and that? I ignore those questions. Now we have another scenario, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the possibility that a WXY might already be complete. Now, this is just a possibility. This is even a more ambitious price target. There is a possibility that the wave 1, 2 can already be in. If we zoom in, we have the possibility that we have an ABC already into a wave W, triangle for a wave X, A, B, C for wave 2 here as well. So there's this possibility as well that, the correction has already entirely completed. We don't know, as long as this low gets protected. That is a little bit too early to call for, but it is a possibility as well. But for sure, based on both of these scenarios, whether the bottom is in or we're looking for one more bottom, is that both scenarios lead to the upside. So we do have two bullish scenarios in our current toolbox. So there is that case. And this is currently I would say like 70, maybe 60% a weighted probability right now if I had to choose. But it doesn't really matter for me. I just want to see how this range gets resolved. I'd be happy with any of these scenarios going to the upside. So that's one. And then we do have the bear market scenario, ladies and gentlemen, which is the fifth wave already being completed. Now, bears are going to be salivating over this. Shout out to your bears in this chat. But we do have the possibility that the fifth wave has completed already entirely, where we're not looking for an extended wave 5. This would be the far more logical approach, where we may be looking for just the completion here entirely, and we may be looking for the wave 2 pullback now. Now, we do have a lot of obstacles in terms of how we can be achieving it, but the most important thing is that the real way that I would look at it is there's just too many obstacles right now. We don't have any confirmation, not only on the shorter micro time frames. We need another low being established, and we need another bounce to the upside. So that's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be interesting. I mean, this could even turn into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going into the wave A. This could be treated as even some kind of flat idea where wave 2 is going to be distributing. But either way, we're looking for $90,000 to $100,000 for some kind of liquidity sweep, and even that will be possibly the bull market or continuation of altcoins. So that's something to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're bearish, you really need at least some kind of relief rally. And that's why I've been very sound about this on my social media, that we do need a relief rally. And I think that we're looking for that relief rally very soon, whether we're just in that triangle right now. I do think that we do have residual liquidity around the $88,000 to the $95,000, $97,000 regions. So it's definitely a level that we're going to be keeping in mind. So with that being said, the bearish scenario, I would say, is this scenario here. We are still looking for a rally to the upside, and that should still give us relief rally for altcoins. So that's why my focus has been on altcoins a lot these days. Are there any coins that are giving us any signals that a potential bottom is in within regards to the timing of how Bitcoin is playing out for a possible range here? Now, the best thing that could happen is a wave X ranging. I think that I was one of the first to actually be sharing this publicly, which is the idea of a triangle being built here for a wave X. We've even shifted gears of having this wave X being over here originally, where we're looking for some kind of wave ABC to the downside, but that's obviously not the case. We changed bias on that in making sure that this may be even a larger triangle in the making. So we're taking this day by day and seeing what kind of new data is giving us information. And right now, what seems to be happening is that this wave X is already complete for this, and we may be working for that ABC, and it looks like it's already trying to breach that previous high above $85,000. So bulls are in the favor right now in terms of the overall perspective of the shorter and medium time frame. But we do have one more lingering low that may be in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, we got to take opportunities what the general markets are possibly going to be seeing from a market psychology perspective, which is the possibility that altcoins may present more opportunity within the triangle, and we're already seeing that. We see XRP getting a massive boost as well. Even Solana and meme coins, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I remain unbiased, even though personally I may hate altcoin or certain altcoins, like altcoin ecosystems like the meme coins. It's just absolute brutal. There is a very good chance that we may see a rally or a relief rally at the very minimum, or at least expectation for a relief rally to the upside. And that is why the Elliott wave theory provides us with bias. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short using the Elliott wave theory. They may have a personal bias, and using that personal bias on top of the Elliott wave theory can completely destroy your analysis. And I think that's where a lot of people fail with their conviction. That's why we see a lot of people just saying up or down, right? There's not many people who provide a clear direction of the overall trend. Either that, or they monopolize it, and then they just say that, here, I'm going to share it within a private group or something. Wink wink. I don't know, you guys probably know who I'm talking about, but Absolutely. There's people who monopolize their, overall wave counts. They don't give a clear conviction. But here I'm giving overall conviction on at least the medium time frame, ladies and gentlemen. And when we do that, we stick to that bias and shift whatever we need and do it at the last minute, even if it's needed for shifting a certain bias. And that's why the Elliott wave theory does a fantastic job. And that brings me back to the point where meme coins, we're seeing a possible rally. It's just there in the pictures, right? You can't say anything is going to go down forever. If you look at meme coins, for example, Pepe or PP or whatever you want to call it, we're looking for a B-wave rally, no matter what. It doesn't matter how we're looking at it. I think that there's a pretty clean 5-wave move to the downside that is looking very soon to be complete, or at least looking complete. We just need confirmation that we may be looking for a 5-wave rally as a wave A and then another 5-wave rally for a wave B. So as you can see, I do remain neutral as I can, even though I don't personally like all meme coins. And that's how you should be approaching the markets, ladies and gentlemen. I could care less if you write a trading journal. Oh, I did great on this one day. I did bad on this one day. But if you have the best, and you can be the best analyst in the market, but you will be completely destroyed by just having the wrong bias or emotions being applied to the markets. And that's where your conviction comes into play the most, okay? So like I said, meme coins are also portraying it. So it's just really taking a piece of paper and writing the check and, negative, like the pros and cons of it. Like, is there more bullish scenarios being played, or is there more negative scenarios? If the negative scenarios even out, weighs by just 1 degree or 1 check of the bullish scenarios, there is going to be a possibility. Well, not that, I would say, maybe like 5 or 3 or 4 or 5 more than the bullish scenarios, then there's a very good chance that your gut feeling is going to be a bearish scenario outlook. But right now, with the medium time frames, right, there is a very good possibility that there's more checks and balances towards the bulls right now. Even with the meme coins, the meme coin ecosystem that's the most hated right now, that went for a strong downfall, is even seeing a possible relief rally to the upside. And that's where you really want to be taking into consideration as well, okay? So hopefully that was a little bit more insight on how we should be approaching the markets. That should be the way you should be looking at the markets, ladies and gentlemen, because there's just no way you would convince me just because you hate a coin. And that's why I say rest in peace to the XRP haters. We've been talking about this for millions of years, basically since the dinosaurs were reigning. We've been talking about XRP's massive move. I don't care what other people is talking about. Really, I don't care. I simply do not care what other people talk about. I trade the charts. I don't care if I'm, my analysis is proven wrong or, not, because the Elliott wave theory already does the work for you. It does the job for you in terms of invalidation and clear invalidation, that is. And then from point A to point B, anything in between point A and B is just fixing up what your wave counts are, basically. And that's where a lot of people are focusing on, right? You're just trying to clean up your wave counts as best as you can. And that's where we can finally make our conviction on basically this. People focus on too much on not the destination, but this here. Like, they're focusing too much on what's happening in between, and then they lose the overall balance in the picture on what happens at the end of the picture, right? So that's what you need to be focusing on, ladies and gentlemen. I think that we're still on the shorter time frames. We're going to give a relief rally on altcoins, and we might be giving a relief rally on not just on Bitcoin, but also on pretty much the entire altcoin market, in my opinion. We're seeing already, look at that. Boom, 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 a massive boom in a lot of these altcoins already, right? So in theory, it's all coming into play quite nicely. And DXY should be also further continued selling pressure, in my opinion. Now, this has been a controversy, right? Because we have not seen altcoins or Bitcoin historically, or not, but we should have seen Bitcoin and altcoins historically as well match the price action of how Bitcoin is playing out. We're not seeing that right now, but who knows? The resynchronization of traditional assets and also stock markets might come into play as well, because in the stock market, I am also seeing a possible relief rally, which I've talked about for quite a time. The past, oh crap, I think I deleted the count. Oh, there we go. A relief rally to the upside for the SPX as well. We're seeing the S&P 500 possibly doing a relief rally. And that's why you guys also know in my positions, I already went in $1 million position for stocks as well. I share all of these, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I might not share the exact positions as I did in the last cycle, but as you can see here, we talked about this a few days ago where I went in not 730,000, but I went in $1 million as well. I added more to my position, and I'm up, I think, like 100K now, just based on that. And little did we know, it was the biggest comeback of the stock market in terms of the day position. And look what's happening. We're seeing that relief rally possibly happening now. Now, this wave here is already outpacing what could be a good-looking impulse here as a wave 4. So there's a most likely, from a probability perspective, that we may be working in an ABC to the upside. So everything is coming into light here, ladies and gentlemen. So are we going to take that opportunity? I am. I'm going to possibly take the opportunity. And that's why I'm in a position right now for stocks as well. Just got to take that position. You got to be that tiger in the bush and attack when you need to. A tiger doesn't need to day trade. A tiger doesn't need to get, small birds every, 1 hour. It just waits in the bush all day. And when the right meal comes, it's just a one-time grab, right? And that's how I approach the markets as well. So maybe seeing a B-wave rally for SPX as well. So that's how we're looking at it. All of that in combination with what we're seeing for Bitcoin, this relief rally is definitely in store for us as well. So, yes. Let's see. Any questions? Do I have any scenarios in which we rip to new highs from here? I went over that, but it's a lower probability. It's not out of the books, but it's a lower probability. Is it possible that it's been a double 1-2-1-2 since the beginning of the bull market and is now in a second 4-5? I doubt it. I don't think we're in any kind of larger degree 1-2-1-2. That would be insanely bullish. That would be so insanely bullish. Let me see if there is a way to count that. Because I feel like there is a way to count it as a 1-2-1-2, where we may have this as a 1-2, and then we have this as a 1-2. And this just may be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a wave 3 of this intermediate degree. So, yeah, it's not happening, man. That's way too ambitious. It's not happening, bro. Let's see, what other questions? What do you think about the XRP probabilities now with the new leg up, expanded flat looking more likely now? Yes, we'll go over XRP, don't worry. And it's still my highest probability anyways. We've been talking about it. Black Syndicate is saying 52 cents. Waiting to see if we crash more to take my XRP shot. Missing it still better than taking another crypto loss. That's very smart, Black Syndicate. And that takes a lot of guts to say, not only to the public, but also to yourself, because if you missed out on this entire cycle, at least you're not a hater. At least you own up in your accountability that you're not in a position and you missed out on an entire move to the upside. Maybe you've already taken profits. I don't know your current position, but there's a lot of people who just hate XRP or just hate you for being in XRP. It's such a stupid thing, because we can say the same thing about meme coins, right? I have a thing about meme coins. I don't like meme coins, but I wouldn't go out personally attacking someone and just say that, oh, it's an absolute shit coin. I don't know why you're in XRP. It's a dead coin. It's been a dead coin for forever. But they've been proven 4 or 5 times wrong already. And when it does go into a bear market, what are they going to say? 5,000% later that, yeah, finally we're ready to go in a bear market. And when it does, they're going to say, I told you so, we're going in a bear market. That's usually the kind of approach that these haters are having. And lo and behold, just today, SEC case has just been resolved. So that just puts a little bit more salt on the to rub into the wound for them. So yeah, definitely just even waiting. There is, because I'm personally seeing XRP, which is going to be bringing me to the next analysis, is the possibility that we may just be ranging for the time being. There is definitely a possibility that we're still ranging. I don't know if we're still going to be creating a new low here, but there's definitely a very strong chance that we may be working for what could be an expanded flat, which is going to be creating a larger distribution. Maybe we'll trap all the people who are now very bullish on XRP, trap those people here, maybe in that B pocket zone around $4, and then bring it back down. This will be the ultimate confirmation, and I won't be scared on this move here, because we'll definitely, if we get another 3 type move up, will be a very strong confirmation that we are in some kind of larger distribution phase. Why? Because the flat idea is a 3-3-5 sequence, and if you have the first 2 components, such as an ABC for this wave A wave W, X, and Y for a wave B, or a WX here, if we're seeing a combination in between, we're looking for that final wave as a 3-wave move into that B. And if these 2 components are in, and we get rejected around the 138 to the 123.6% Fibonacci level, that is going to be a very, very high probability that this is just a liquidity grab, and we're going to have another liquidity grab within these regions over here when the sentiment is going to be at its absolute lowest. There is a very strong possibility that this is going to be supported, in my opinion, around the $1.50 to the $1.20 region, and we're off to the races for the $7 to $10 regions from there, which is going to be another 10x gain. So that's how we're looking at it, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone just wants to see it go up now. Like, I understand it. Like, you guys are very ambitious. Oh, XRP is going to go to $20, $10 right now. No, trust me. Trust me coming from me, because I've been holding this piece of shit for basically 7 years or 5 years or so. I've been holding this since 2018, man. It's been a long time, dude. So what is a few more months of accumulation going to do to me? It's not going to do absolute crap. And a lot of people will give me crap because we're just accumulating here. But the biggest reward is from the people who have been accumulating here, the smart traders. And I think everyone is already positioned. I would say 60 to 70% of the liquidity is already marked in. I think the real liquidity that's coming in from the residual liquidity, that is going to be from retail, who are now finally getting back in the final 90%. And that's where the people, your liquidation basically is going to be my stop loss and my entries, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So once we get up into these regions here, I'm definitely taking my positions. I don't give a crap what people say. It's just like the same thing about my stocks, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've sold my stocks in 2024 of March, if you look at it here, but I don't care, because my positions were at such a low level by that I bought back from 2013 to 2016. Nvidia at 41, 12, AMD 39 for Apple, 166 for Meta. And if you look at my Tesla position, I had that since $8, since 2013, and I sold back in 2021 at peak. And a lot of people gave me crap for saying that I was buying Tesla at $8, but a lot of people were also giving me crap at selling the peak right before the stock split at $1,200 per Tesla, and people were calling me crazy about that. Can you believe it? That is market psychology, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely exactly how markets and I have it all on record. Like, all the people who've been giving me shit for buying, not only that, but giving me shit for also selling my positions. So you do you, I do me, but I'm telling you right now, this is exactly the same type of accumulation that I'm playing, the same type of strategy. It just requires one thing, and it's basically 99.99% of the markets doesn't have it, which is patience. And I had one thing that everyone lacked, which is patience. And if you're able to apply accumulative patterns using the LA wave theory, your conviction only grows. So maybe because of that conviction, a lot of people thought I was an XRP fanboy, but I'm not. I'm just trading what the charts have given me. That's it. There's no emotional attachments, abided to this. There's nothing to attach. It's same with Litecoin. I mean, I've been accumulating Litecoin for the past 3 months now, and people are giving me shit that is just, stalling. Like, I don't care, This is the epitome and also a true testimony of what patient looks like on the chart, basically, ladies and gentlemen. There's no emotional bias attachment here. You can call it a dead coin. It was a dead coin. But we had a massive breakout, and we're at pretty much the point of no return right now. And now this may be the last opportunity for how a lot of people are going to be accumulating for the second round of smart investors, that is. So who knows? Even, the U.S. government, or even whoever is a large whale that's coming into here, they are late, basically. So the people who are being heavily rewarded the most are the ones over here that took the most risk during an accumulation. So with that being said, let's get into more questions. Can you show on the chart where you started accumulating XRP? basically since 2018, man, over here. I've been accumulating this whole dip. This is where I bought the most, but I've been accumulating every single day up until the breakout. And I have that also posted on my X. I mean, we have to find it, but you have to scroll all the way down just to see my actual positions. But I have shared it. But yeah, I've been accumulating every single day, and I've sold 50% of my positions, and people gave me shit for selling 50% of my position as well at $2.70. I don't care. That's where we take most of the risk. You want to be building your positions as much as you can, and even on a minuscule breakout of even 100 to 200%, that's where you should be making most of your profits, ladies and gentlemen. If you're waiting for a 10x gain on such a small investment because of that, then you're just playing gambling. You're increasing your risk even more, even if you bought here at a smaller stage. And then there's going to be the people who already bought here but want to add more to their positions here. This accumulation alleviates that problem as well. You don't have to DCA your positions that are already in profits as well. So you can see there's so many ways we can be approaching this from an investment perspective as well. So a lot of people are positioned differently. Some people are probably averaged here now because they've probably been, now they're convinced on the XRP breakout, but the risk is still there no matter what. Even if you're a mega bull, you still have to exercise risk management, right? So you're still better positioned than the people who are just completely coming into the market fresh for XRP. But again, you should have taken the most risk when it was available. That's the thing. But if you can't do that and you can't identify accumulation patterns, hopefully my next accumulation pattern charts can give you some more insight and what patience really does and how it pays off. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the next question. Yes, I do think that it's going to rally. XRP is going to go down to maybe 130. Yeah, can. I saw you posted an LTC nested 1212 on the higher time. Still think it's valid? No, it's not valid. It's just too ambitious. I don't think Litecoin is in a 1212. It's definitely in a triangle, and I think there's going to be a conclusion. There's going to be definitely a conclusion. You can give me all the, and also this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So this brings me on to a very good point as well for Litecoin. I think there's a few people who try to convince, like for me, I'm just looking at it purely from a chart perspective. It's absolutely beautiful. But I don't care what Litecoin does. I don't care what you think about Litecoin fundamentally. I don't care if it's a better product than, Bitcoin. I don't care how fast it may be. Look, crypto will do crypto, meaning that there will be cycles no matter what. It's going to happen. I don't care what you say. You got to know how to take profits, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a point where this is not going to be going up forever. We don't even know if it's going to breach all-time high. That's why we got to take risk management as best as we can. Accumulate when you can, be satisfied with some kind of your positions here. A lot of people are going to hold their losses here. There's going to be two groups of people buying the tops, and the people who buy here, they're going to go back into negative positions. So don't be a perma-bull, perma-bear. You live only once, and, who knows? Maybe it will go up to, 10K. Who knows? But I'm telling you right now, the same exact people, especially when crypto during 2018, when there was not even many crypto coins, when the digital silver term for Litecoin was being applied, we only had, 100 coins at that time, maybe even less. There was far more opportunity for Litecoin to go on a run here than it is now. So that's why I'm saying the market saturation is a lot more difficult to apply in terms of being too ambitious. We need to be very careful, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, these levels here are going to be a handsome reward target no matter what. And that's my personal idea. And I'm taking the most risk by building more positions here instead of thinking like, oh, if we do get that breakout, should I buy at the breakout here? Then you're already essentially, not maximizing your position. And I don't care. You can give me a lecture on how, XRP or Litecoin or XRP is the best coin in the world. I don't care. I really don't care. What else? Not seeing any really questions with any substance. I mean, there's people here, like this person here. I mean, we're in a bear market. Why do you think we're going to pump? No reason for us to pump today, and use FOMC will show that we're not ready to pump. Brother, how many times has the FOMC really paved the way for how the markets have played out? 10 minutes? 20 minutes at the most? Yeah. When is it hard to be a country? And it's also going up right now. XLM is correlated with XRP, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm still working on the fundamental guide for ICT. Different mentorships are applicable, but I'll definitely have my own personal outtake on how I'm applying ICT to the markets. It's still a relatively small area of interest. I don't want to separate the Elliott wave enthusiasts and also just have a group of ICT analysis or people group of followers who are just wanting the ICT only. It's very difficult, but there's a possible way of connecting the two because they work quite nicely in hand. Thank you, Tim. That's very nice of you to say, brother. Can I check the total 3? It has the same charts as BTC, so a rally could be possible as soon as a BTC rally. Let's get total 3, because that is an important chart. So for now, this here is either treated a shift in our degrees here, okay? If we're remaining bullish, that is. So you want a bullish bias, right? You're saying that bullish, it looks bullish. So we want to keep that bullish bias in mind, right? Change all these to the minor degrees now. Remove this. And now this would be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the minor degree. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this minor degree. So as you can see, this is a possible way of counting it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can see it does have a pretty bad look to it. Your wave 4 is unproportional to your wave 2. But the higher degree does still, I guess kind of respects the idea that we are still in a wave 4 and then we may be working for a wave 5 if that fits into the bias of Bitcoin. But that doesn't really matter. In my personal opinion, I think that we could have the possibility that this is just a wave 5 that completed and we may be working in a 1, 2 because we're also expecting a little bit more downside on Bitcoin, right? But what's interesting is that this may be already working in a diagonal as well. And we may just already be in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into that wave 8. So it doesn't, we can tinker around with the counts at a later stage, but the most important thing is that we do have a completed diagonal on the total that's still looking for some kind of relief rally, right? So that's the utmost important thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's about taking the market inefficiencies into consideration, basically a Venn diagram, right? you want to be in this area over here, taking the consideration of, the uncertainty, and then the certainty as well. So if you have a lot of certainties in here and, a few uncertainties within that region here, then at least you can still swing trade or play a certain move in terms of a personal trade, right? So that's the way we want to be looking at it. And I think right now we're overlapping quite a bit with more certainties in the market that there are completed trends within all the charts, including the total 3. Thank you, Youssef. Someone who has fundamentals of EW, how do I deal with fractional natures of waves? I don't know your exact questioning, man. I don't know what you mean. Elliott wave theory is basically fractals. Is that your question? Like how do fractals work within the Elliott wave theory? Or I don't know. I mean, if that's the question, then it definitely works in fractal nature. There's just only working with 5s and 3s essentially, right? It's where you're seeing, utilizing Fibonacci as well. You're seeing, and a lot of people react to Fibonacci levels, right? So there is that market psychology aspect that, markets work in cycles. So we do see the observation that market prices work in wave patterns of fractals at different degrees of scale, right? So these patterns are all similar in nature, meaning the smaller waves eventually create the larger waves in structure. It's just like fractals in mathematics, man. It's essentially that. It's Fibonacci, right? And then within a larger impulse wave, let's say 3 degrees higher, that has a completed 5 waves, each of the subwaves are going to be broken down into smaller 5 subwaves, right? Similarly, corrective waves, which is going to be usually consist of a simple zigzag of an ABC. It can be more complex if you need. It can also contain smaller 3-wave patterns within them, right? So it's that fractal nature that allows us Elliotticians to analyze markets at different time frames, from long-term to short-term, right? And it uses the same principles, and that's where the fractal nature comes in. You use Fibonacci extensions. In what time frame do you use log versus arithmetic? That's a hard decision. There are times when you want to use logarithmic and also arithmetic scale, but it is pretty clear that you should be just using a log scale. But arithmetic scale does give you a little bit of insight in terms of the exaggeration of the trends, especially if it's in a continued trend of to the upside or downside. It gives you a little bit more insights on how to count it. But for example, like Pepe, right? If you pull up the arithmetic chart, we're already back to the mean essentially, right? Back to this level over here. So how are you going to be counting this? It gives you a little bit more perspective and insight. And if you look at it, the reason why I counted 5 waves is because we do have diminishing volume here, right? Which is why we can see a pretty strong relief rally. And based on the arithmetic chart, we can see a possible head and shoulders being created here before we come back down to the actual bottom area of the mean, where we retest the levels over here. But then when you look at a logarithmic scale, since we've gone up so much during the latter half of the 2024, now we're in the 2025, we need some kind of visual perspective of how the logarithmic scale. So log works fantastic in its own right. Arithmetic scale, it works great in the sense that if there's not enough information, it can still help create some or alleviate some of the extremities of what we're seeing in the price action. Did that answer your question? It's just 2 ways of looking at it, brother. like I said, incremental change versus more of the visual representation. It's where like the data just grows or changes at a consistent rate. You know, if we're seeing linear growth versus incremental changes proportional. A lot of people like proportionality, right? So, yeah, that's the way we should be looking at it. Equal spacing versus non-equal spacing, relative percentage change. Oh, yeah, that too. I mean, what, you're going to use non-fib with a fib? I mean, if you're on the log scale, why would you use linear fib? I don't understand. That's not really even a question. Unless you're confused because you have been doing that, but no, you should not be mixing the two. If you're on log, use log. Are there any other questions? Because I do still see Bitcoin going up, ladies and gentlemen. I do still see it. If that's the case, hopefully that was helpful, ladies and gentlemen. I think XRP is still looking for further upside. I think we're going to eventually breach the all-time high, whether it's going to be one more move or bada bing, bada boom now. We'll see. But it's definitely all part of the picture. We're going to see higher levels, in my opinion, for XRP. Bitcoin, we're just still ranging. Hopefully we get another move to the upside. We'll see. Definitely have more updates. I'll have an update for Patreon members on Friday. Again, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Discord membership if you would like more timely updates on Bitcoin and my sentiment updates. All in the links, or the links are all in the description below. Patreon is also available for anyone who would like to get more easier access. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye-bye.